Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Chubb. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The Browns at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Chubb running right. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
1-1, ready?
Right back to Swift again on second down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it again with Chubb. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
Here we go.
And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, it's Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Chubb will try the middle here. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They give the Chubb out of the gun. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give running right is Chubb. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
No time now.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Burrow will throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They go up the middle with Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
So a strong showing so far in this 3rd quarter, and now they're poised to move in front.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they were very slow to get into the flow of the game, and while puzzling, it does happen from time to time, but they're certainly in the flow now. Zero doubt about that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A give. This is Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A third quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercept it in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game...
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Buying time to his left.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Burrow. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cooper. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Chubb. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the bank get it back in terrific field position.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, good move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. This is Swift on the counter.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy.
Touchdown, Bengals! DeAndre Swift from 13 yards out. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Chubb running right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Watson. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up the middle, it's Chubb. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
11 Thomas, 12, 11 MP, take, 11 MP, take.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Right back to Swift again on second down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year.